2023 and I was just starting to get my shit together. My life was getting better slowly but surely. I was setting tasks, I was scheduling my day, planning the day the night before, and so on. I was just becoming a better version of myself in general. However, I still felt like I wasn't doing enough, like I wasn't as sufficient as I could be. The reason for this being that whenever I was doing a task, I just felt like I wasn't giving it my all, like I wasn't performing as good as I would like to. But the main problem was that I didn't even know why this was happening. Until one day after waking up at 5 a.m. to do some work and trying to not fall asleep on the fucking table, I was in the kitchen cooking up some eggs with tuna and some toast with cream cheese and avocado, the best fucking meal there is. And I was searching on YouTube to find a video to watch while I finished up cooking. I searched for a while, then I found this video. It was a self-improvement video, a productivity video by some guy, I don't remember the name. However, I got really into it, almost burned my goddamn eggs because of it, but it was just too valuable and I couldn't stop watching it. That video sparked a huge interest in me for that topic, so I decided to do some research and dig deeper into it. It was exactly the solution to my problem. It was the thing that would get rid of the feeling of disappointment because I know I could be doing more. It was the thing that would stop me from banging my head against the table because I was sleepy and I couldn't hold it properly after waking up at 5 a.m. So as I said, around that time I was starting to get my shit together. I was scheduling my day, planning the day the night before, setting tasks and so on. However, I was missing one piece of the puzzle, and that piece would determine whether I was doing my task efficiently or whether I was staring at the ceiling trying to turn my brain on. You see, setting tasks and time blocks is awesome. It's really good. However, it's not enough. Actually knowing where to put those time blocks at what times of the day is a game changer. This being said, enough yapping, let's get to the real stuff. However, first, who am I? Hi there, I'm Cristian, I'm 17, and at age 15 I managed to go from a kid with social anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, born a video games addiction with no social life, to being happier than ever, confident, proud of myself, having a girlfriend, a business, a personal brand, a meaningful life, and working towards my dreams to make them come true, and I did it on my own. Now that you know who I am, let's get into it. I'll give you 3 tips that will help you organize your tasks throughout the day so that you can get the most out of them and be as efficient as possible. Let's get started. The first tip I'm gonna give you is to eat the frog. Basically, take a frog and slide it down your throat. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Simply take your most creativity, thought, energy consuming task, basically the hardest and most important task that you have, and do it as soon as you wake up. There's a couple of reasons as to why I do this. First of all, that's when you're the most rested and have the most cognitive power after having a good night's sleep, making that task easier to do. Second of all, if you do it as soon as you wake up, you're very less likely to actually put it off for later. Because, for example, later in the day you might get distracted by other thing or because you're tired from school or work, so you end up saying to yourself that you'll do it later, so now you're gonna rest, thus ending up not actually doing that task because you keep putting it off for later. So just do it in the morning and you're not gonna put it off for later. So simply do it first thing in the morning when you have no excuses whatsoever to put it off for later. Lastly, you cannot be doing a boring task as soon as you wake up, especially if you wake up really early like 5 a.m. because you're simply gonna fall asleep because the task is too boring, monotonous, repetitive, and you're gonna get bored, thus falling asleep. That's why it's better to put the most difficult and important task at the start of your day as soon as you wake up. This leads up to the next tip, which is to avoid putting boring, monotonous, repetitive tasks in the morning or after midday because you're either gonna be sleepy from waking up at 5 a.m. or because of school or work or whatever that you do. So once again, you're very likely to fall asleep. So take those tasks and put them somewhere after eating the frog or in the afternoon. Now, the third tip, which goes hand in hand with the first tip, is to figure out whether you're a night person or a morning person. And if you're a morning person, then put your most important task early in the morning, simply because you tend to be more focused at those times of the day due to the lack of distractions during that time. But yeah, those are the tips. If you start putting them in action and you're consistent with them, you're gonna see results and you're gonna start being more effective. So yeah, if you like the video, then drop a like, a comment and subscribe. It would mean the world to me and it's gonna help me out a lot. So yeah, get back to work. Ciao.